In starlit nights I saw you, so cruelly you kissed me. Your lips a magic world, your sky all hung with jewels, the killing moon.
We made it to the red roof. This is Peyton. She's my friend. She's going to Salem with me. We're at the red roof in Boston. But we're waiting for the elevator. Elevator. Can you see?
I freaking hate elevators.
Oh, me too. I feel like, don't jinx us, please. I'm gonna get jinxed. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Please just open the door.
The door is open. Ignore how shit my hair is right now. It's hot. And bus. And we need to get the stuff. And we have the stuff, and this is really heavy. Okay, Peyton. I'm short, you're tall. Let's switch this. Careful, it's heavy. I have strength, I just don't have the height to pull something. Gotta pull. Look at all the food that we brought. And we're going to the red roof. We have to. Yeah. Look at how frizzy my hair got in like 2 seconds. That's a wreck. Come on, elevator.
Oh wait, back up.
Yeah. There's so many people. And there's more people. Hold on.
But you don't wonder why.
And the elevator we go. And third floor. Third floor. Thank you. Close. Close. Up the elevator go.
Will come too soon. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin. He will wait until you give yourself to him.
They have footstones instead of headstones.
Please inform me why.
Because with a headstone, the spirit can still escape. But with a footstone, the spirit can get up, but they can't leave because they have a stone on their feet.
I saw you so soon, you'll take me up in your arms, too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be the killing time, unwillingly mine. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin. He will wait until you give yourself to him. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin. He will wait until you give yourself to him. You give yourself yourself to hell. Against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him. Fate against your will, through the thick and thin.
Dumbledore.
That is a fly. Does everyone see this fly?
Oh, I don't want to.
Points for sheer dumb luck.
Did you just sit down?
Yep.
Go with dignity, good wife. If you be innocent, let your innocence be proven.
Aye, good wife, you have nothing to fear if you be innocent.
I kind of just want to yell she's innocent and point the opposite direction.
She's innocent! What are you pointing at? That's Cloud right there. It looks like a unicorn.
Good people, Bridget Bishop is...
everybody.
Well, yeah, shush.
Don't let me forget this tonight, okay? Sometimes you get a little absent-minded with, like, you know, you would think this would not be a trivial thing for me to forget this, but I do. And I'm talking about all this kind of cool stuff. So, all right, I know you guys. I don't forget a face ever. Okay, you. And you sure you just solo tonight, sir? Yeah. All right. I thought the camper crew might come with you. So, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeff. I'm going to be your guide, and I found out where you folks are from. As for myself, I live in Swampscott, which is next to Salem, with my wife and my daughter. It's got nothing to do with the swamp. It's right on the ocean. Nice town. In fact, the guy who's running for governor from Massachusetts, Charlie Baker, lives near me. So it's Swampscott. Now, Swampscott is originally from a local Algonquin Native American word, Squamish, which means place of the red rocks. So if you go along the coastline, you'll see these purplish red rocks, and that's where my town gets its name from. And if you think about it, folks, every single name in our country is Native American, isn't it? So, ma'am, do you mind coming forward for a moment? No. Well, I'm going to still spotlight you. Well, everyone knows that Jeff's MO is to get people involved in the tour. So if we look at her nice tourist shirt, it says Salem. But Salem is not the original name for our town. You might come a little bit closer? Don't you want to get involved with 35 friends? All right. So Salem is actually from the Hebrew word shalom for peace. So think of shalom at the end of the word of Jerusalem, or the Arabic Absalam Aleichem, right? Our town was founded in 1626, but it was not Salem. The original name of our town was called Namkeg, which is an Algonquin word for a good fishing place. When they founded Salem as an English settlement, they were catching Atlantic codfish in the harbor over 5 feet long and 100 pounds for one fish. So you better believe we were Namkeg. A few years later, we became Salem, City of Peace. But you guys will find out tonight, we are anything but peaceful. All right, so now I'm done with you for tonight. Now, when I say anything but peaceful, of course, we're going to talk about the witch trials, one of the biggest examples of human rights abuses in history was in our city. We'll talk about smuggling tunnels, pirates. We get all kinds of cool stuff. We're even going to talk about Monopoly and how it actually relates to the witch trials. So you guys are never going to look at board games ever the same again. So we got our weird history, our witch history, and our ghost history, right? Because we are a ghost tour, so we'll talk about orbs, ectoplasm, apparitions, EVP stuff, infrared thermometers. So we got some cool stuff. Now, hopefully you're going to love the tour and love Salem. Just don't complain about our one-way streets and our crazy drivers. You guys already heard the name, massholes. We have Vermonsters, maniacs, Canadians, go down the coast, Baltimoreans, Floridians, go across the country, Mary Janiacs, if you know what I mean, Mary Jane. And then, of course, next door to Colorado, you have Utahs. So on a funny but yet serious note, we always want to make sure we're staying on the sidewalks and not out in the road, unless I say. So we want to have a good time, but a safe time. So hopefully you have a chance to go on TripAdvisor or Yelp. We always like feedback. Now, at the end of the tour, if you'd like, tips are accepted, but not expected. Okay. Now, speaking about ghosts, now I see that we have some, a little bit of older folk, and some middle folk, and some younger folks. So also we have some other folks coming through. So we have a little bit of everybody of an age range, and from around the country. And the reason I say age range, when it comes to the paranormal, some people don't, they're skeptics. Maybe they've experienced ghost activity as a child, and then it comes back later on in life. Since about the age of 6 years old, going on over 38 years now, I've kind of felt things. Once in a while I'll see something, or I will hear something, not through my ears, but through the middle of my head. Have you ever put two magnets together? That's what it feels like with me. So if you see me stop and I kind of turn like a dowsing rod, something is afoot. And a lot of stuff happens on our tour. So I won't think you're crazy. My daughter Olivia, who is now 8 years old, last summer she told me, Daddy, we were at a cemetery burying our cats, and she's like, Daddy, who's that guy 15 yards over there? And I looked, and I felt something, but I didn't see anything. And my daughter Olivia, she described this old man with a cane and a brown suit. He was kneeling down and he was crying at a grave. So she's like, Daddy, who's that disappearing man? So all I told her, I said, Olivia, do not tell anyone in your second grade class. Because that's kind of when I started experiencing things too, actually a little bit earlier, first grade. So if you guys want to talk and walk throughout the tour today, we can talk about your own personal ghost experiences as well as the stories that I will talk about today. So we're going to come around this grave, folks, known as a tabletop. As you can kind of see. Good stuff. And someone's trying to take this off too, by the way, just to let you know. We've been noticing it on the tours, other people that walk through the cemetery every day, so someone's trying to be mischievous. You guys can come all around, guys. Don't be shy, young man. Young Master Turner, which we'll talk about in a moment. Whew, this hat's like a convection of it. This is my inadvertent Voldemort hairdo. This is I can thank my Irish grandfather for this hairdo. Yeah, so enjoy your hair, grow it out, love it. So, I used to have a ponytail, it was awesome. So, but now I have this. So that's okay.
Looks good on you.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh yeah, but this is the look, man. This is my Mad Hatter. You know, I'm a little crazy. So anyways. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, where we are, this is known as the Burying Point or the Charter Street Cemetery. It was actually built in 1637. It is the oldest one in Salem. You guys are looking at one of the oldest confirmed cemetery plots in all of America. It's impressive. The only one in the area that's even basically older is Ipswich, which is the oldest confirmed stone in America, up in Ipswich, Massachusetts. Obviously, there were the people down in Plymouth and places like that. A lot of those were destroyed, covered over, but we have our place. Now, notice with this grave and the others, most of them are in what direction? Have any of you guys noticed kind of where we are in relation to the ocean? Where is the ocean? No? Ocean? Where does the sun rise? Sunrise in the east. So that's the Atlantic Ocean out there, folks. You go 3,000 miles and you're gonna hit Ireland, right? The sun's gonna rise in the east, right? Therefore notice the direction. So I want you guys to have situational awareness. Sun rises in the east, the rising of the sun, the rising of the bodies, resurrection. These are Puritans. They're Anglican Protestants, right? And in a lot of the gravestones that you'll see around here, on some of them, especially the ones for children, you'll actually see a rising sun. So they are in the hope that their child will go to heaven. Now, this type of tube is fairly unique. You don't find a lot of them in America. They're called tabletops. Because you notice the top here. There's solid granite. They would have marble. And basically they would bury the bodies behind us. So this actually takes up a pretty good plot. So not your standard 6 feet under. These go down about 12 feet or more. And they'll have a multiple family members of it. Then they'll have the stone over it. Sometimes you can remove it. Sometimes they're actually hollow underneath the tabletop, and you can get through a staircase down below. Now, this one here particularly is of a gentleman named Captain John Turner. I work over at a place called the House of the Seven Gables, and there are other Turners, so we call him Captain John Turner the First. He died at only the age of 36. That is it. But by that year, which was the year 1680, he had a wife, 5 kids, 6 homes, 200 plus acres of land, and a fleet of ships. All done by only the age of 36. I mean, if that isn't what we call the Puritan work ethic, which is basically 6 days a week, church on Sundays, there's none better than the English American dream. This gentleman became basically the richest man in the region, and his father actually came from England and started as an indentured servant. So his father actually came from nothing, and look what only happened in one generation with John Turner. Of the utility workers actually seeing women and their dresses just kind of flowing right through the old tunnels. Pretty cool. Well, not for them, for us to kind of look at. All right, thank you very much. That was a quick